Well, hello my friends. This is Kevin, the Homemaker Husband, saying welcome once again. I just want you to all know that I'm grateful that you have chosen to even click on this video. And I'm hoping that you will stick with us to the end. That being said, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what we got here. There are items for the refrigerator and the freezer, so I'm not going to take too long, so stay with me. Now, as you can see, there's some M&M things here. And then there's some stuff from Walmart. What we got here is 1 liter of 2% lactose-free milk. We're almost out, so but we're not using a whole lot of it, so we just got a 1 liter this time. Onions. These are not the ones Michelle said she ordered, but whoever picked them either picked these by accident. Doesn't really matter. These are organic. We usually just buy regular onions, right? Michelle got a box of these M&M Louisiana style chicken wings. Now from M&M, they are our favorites, and they were on a spectacular sale, which she will tell you what the price was. That's why she got them. Also from M&M, these boneless chicken breasts that we like so much. They are so convenient when making dishes. They're so convenient. That's why we got them. Beautiful. Yeah, they just work so well in our dishes that we often make. We also got 1 pound of regular ground beef. That's more or less for stock, but yes, we may use it this week, we may not. I think we have 2 or 3 pounds anyway. She got another block of this lactose-free. Right there it says, I guess, marble cheddar cheese. That's pretty much what we use for cheddar, because Michelle tolerates that a little better. I mean, she certainly tolerates it better, but she also has a thing with dairy too. She got me one of these drink mixes. This is a substitution. I like the Great Value brand, but obviously they didn't have any Great Value cherry stuff, so they gave me this one. Hopefully it's okay. We also got a green pepper, just 1 right there, and a box of these M&M Tasty Burgers. They're really good. They're already cooked. It just takes, we usually heat them up in a frying pan. It just takes about a minute or 2 or 3. I think Michelle does from frozen, 30 seconds in the microwave, and then about 3 minutes in a frying pan, and they're just beautiful. Got another dozen eggs because I eat a lot of eggs, and I think we've only got 11 left, so this will get us through the week. 2 pounds of bacon. This was, yeah, not a bad price, not a super sale price or anything like that, but we like to have bacon on hand. She got me another tube of this bologna, this Chris Brothers bologna for my sandwiches. Now the sale is off. This is back to basically $10 a tube. We'll put the price up, but I eat a lot of bologna too. And a bag of these Bellagio hamburger buns, obviously, because we got Tasty Burgers, and that's what I make my bologna sandwiches with. 2 cases of this Canada Dry ginger ale in the mini cans because Michelle wanted them. That's what she chose. So also 2 more cases of water there. Water, when it's hot like it is, it's 30 degrees again today, maybe going to be 31. It's going to be 32 Tuesday, so you're getting up there awful close to 100 degrees, right? Fahrenheit. So it's good to have water. That stuff will sell out, right? I guess this is all backwards and upside down, but this is the pop I drink. I've been trying to drink glass, and I am drinking glass, but I'm going to be drinking a lot less here pretty soon. But for now, she got me a case so that I have some. And there are 2 boxes of cat litter there. We change the cat litter every 4 days. Just a single cat, but still. So we go through a lot of cat litter. Anyway, that is what we have gotten. I don't think I've forgotten a thing. So anyway, there is that. Okay, my friends, first I better mention, yeah, I put a hat on because I do have a bad case of hat head going on today. So yeah, you've already noticed that anyway, but no big deal. I forgot to show these. I had put them in the fridge while I was doing what I had to do to get ready to make the video, and I forgot to pull these out. So we got another box of these. These are a beautiful little side. They cook very quickly and they're pretty darn tasty. So we got another box of them. I'm gonna throw them in the freezer and I'll be right back. Also, Michelle's gonna throw in just a little, about a 20-second clip of something that took place here this week that was really kind of sad for us. We said goodbye to our old vehicle. Now, as Michelle mentioned, I think it was just in the last video, her and I shared a lot of memories in that car. We literally drove from here to Alberta and back in that. That was quite a trip, and I enjoyed it immensely. It's a little harder on her, or a lot harder on her. She didn't enjoy it quite as much as I did, but we saw a lot of our country. So that was pretty cool. The truck, or the car, SUV really, that you will see was a 2010 model, had 231,000 kilometers on it, which in itself is not a huge amount of miles for that old a vehicle, but it developed a problem, and because it was so old and they only built them for 4 years, the part I needed was obsolete. So literally we had to let it go basically because of that. In all that time, what you're about to see is the only time that car was ever on a wrecker. It had the original starter, the original alternator, transmission worked perfect, engine was getting a little rattly, but still worked really good, lots of power. Everything about it was just a shame that we had to let it go. But we did say goodbye. So Michelle will show you that, and that's the last view I had of it and the last view she had. So yeah, there is that little thing. Okay, my friends, just a couple of more little things. I had a thought. I've been rearranging in the corner right there. For those of you that have watched us for quite a while, you know last year we grew a pretty nice deck garden. And maybe I should explain a little bit more. About the time when we would start to be thinking about planting our seeds and stuff in the house, we were still grieving the loss of our little dog pretty hard, which is why I wear the hat here. And Michelle said that her heart just wasn't in it. She just, a few minutes ago, said that it would have been awful nice to have right now, and it would have been. But that's water under the bridge. Our hearts definitely were not in it back in February and March, even though by that time it had been 3 months or so. But yeah, so that's literally why we didn't grow anything out there. Next year we are planning, Lord willing, to do our deck garden again, and we will think about what we want to grow and what not. And I've been saying to her for a couple of months now, really, that I should get our little hydroponic planter going that we keep here in the house to start the seedlings. And I have decided to do that. But in the process of getting that ready, like our little fire extinguisher stays right there on the shelf where a person could grab it if they needed to. So I thought I would talk for just a second about these. If you have a fire extinguisher, you need to pick it up and look at it and make sure it's still in the green, okay? That's the first thing. Second thing, these dry chemical extinguishers, that powder will get rock solid. And I thought I would mention that you need to pick them up and shake them a little bit, because I have gone to use them before and they'll just go poof, and that's it. This should last quite a few seconds, long enough for you to extinguish like a grease fire on the stove, if you should happen to have one, or anything like that. Okay, I had to get my glasses so I could double check and be sure. This extinguisher is a B and a C. It's good for flammable liquids, like in a home, cooking oils, other accelerants, household cleaners and stuff that are accelerants, fingernail polish, should you happen to have some of that around. Maybe you got lamp oil in lamps, right? Hurricane lamps. This would be a good extinguisher for that. You'd have to work very quickly, but you can put out pretty good fire with a small extinguisher like this. Just if you have one. If you don't, you should get one. If you do have one, just read these little instructions and just kind of memorize them. It's not that hard to put a fire out, a small fire, if you get to it quick enough. But at any rate, as I said, check to make sure you're in the green, which is the operating zone, and give them a shake. You should do this quite often as you think of it. If you put it under the sink where you're not going to see it, you got two problems. You won't be able to find it in a hurry, and you will never think to pick it up and give it that shake, right? So do that. So let's move on. I'm going to show you the planter. Now, it's not exactly 100% in the position it's going to be in, but for the sake of the video, I've moved it to the side a little bit to show you. We're just going to grow 4 different, basically, herbs, I guess. Spinach is not an herb necessarily, but we never had any luck growing it before, so I've got different seeds. I'm hoping that this time we can get them going. So anyway, without further ado, I will show you the planter, talk just a little bit about it. I can't even remember specifically the name of it anymore. And if somebody is curious, I'll find out and leave it in the comments, but or respond in the comments as to what kind it is. It has a circulation pump and it has lights. When you're first starting your seeds, you don't even need the water to be circulating, and you don't need the light. I've got the light on just simply for the sake of this video right now. But, and then once the plants start coming out and they get a little bit bigger, the circulating fan just moves the air around the leaves, and this does work extremely well. So when these things get big enough, I will repot them and we'll just go from there. So I'll just take a minute and show you that. It is a good rig. Ordinarily, we would have started our seedlings in this, transferred them to a little pot and then a big pot when they went outside. But as I said, we did not do that this year. Lord willing, we will do it next year. When I turned the machine on, the fan started and it blew the dust out of the fan. I've got hopefully most of it, but anyway, don't be too hard on me if you see a little dust. Stay tuned. Okay, as you can see, there's 12 spaces to start seed there, or seeds, however you want to say it. The light shows extremely pink in the camera. Yeah, it's a UV light, I suppose. There's a vegetable setting and a flower setting, and they do have different colored lights. Let me see if I can see that. No, it still looks pink. Still looks pink in the camera, but to the naked eye, they're 2 different colors. This one here is quite white, and the other one is almost blue. But you can't see them, the different colors in the camera. I don't know exactly why. But here we have 3 rows of garlic chives. Michelle really likes them. They do grow very well, and they will get very tall if you let them grow outside, but we usually keep using them and keep them chopped down. We're going to try some cilantro coriander this time. Now they say, or on the envelope that the seeds came in, that these will get to be 2 to 3 feet tall if they're just let go, right? I will be transplanting these things into pots when they get a little bigger. Will we ever let this get to be that tall? I do not know. We just thought we would try it. We have parsley. It's always nice to have fresh parsley, right? So They will go into pots and stay here on the ledge, but we will use them right up, I imagine. If they grow big, we will dehydrate, of course, and replant. And once again, as I said, spinach, we have 3 of these little peat things here. Grow medium, right? 3, 1 in each hole, and 3 of them contain spinach, 3 of them contain each of the 4 things that we have planted here. These will probably sprout very quickly. I found last year that sometimes you'd see a little plant in 2 to 3 days. It's amazing. So it is really a good working system, and I will keep you apprised of how it's going. I'll show you progress if we make any at all. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Okay, my friends, once again, thank you for watching if you're still with me. I have a few little things to do here yet today, and then we're going to get supper going. Well, I guess it's 10 to 4, basically 7 minutes to 4 right now. So I'll probably get supper going pretty quick here. I got to reorganize a little bit of stuff around there because I have that planter set up there now and whatnot. So yeah, not much more to do. I got everything, all my chores pretty much done up. So once again, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. If you watched this far, I'll say again, prayer request, shoot them my way. We're always glad to pray for people. And we certainly appreciate those of you who pray for us. Once again, this is Kevin, the Homemaker Husband, saying God bless and bye for now.